down here in Darlington today for another midweek food review, and the place I'm going into today is the very famous Toby Carvery. Been on the UK food scene since the late 70s, initially known as Mr. T's Carving Room, which sounds like something out of a horror film. Thankfully it was renamed and rebranded in about 1985. One thing about Toby Carvery, if you go on their website and sign up with an email address, every now and again they will send you an offer out. And I got one of them offers this week, and the offer was, if you come down between Tuesday and Friday this week, you can have a carvery for £6. Yeah, £6. It almost sounds too good to be true. And you know what they say about things that sound too good to be true? Usually they are too good to be true. So I'm going to go in today and find out if that's the case. Now, I have been to this Toby Carvery in Darlington a couple of times with their very mixed results. The first time I actually put a written complaint in. Well, as it's freezing outside, I did mention before that I have been to the Toby at Darlington twice before. And like I say, very mixed results. The first time we went, there was a young lad on carving the meat. I have never ever seen anybody carve meat so thin before in my life. Honestly, I stood there, my mouth was wide open. A trained surgeon could not have cut that meat any thinner. So when he finished, he gives me plate back. He said, "Do you want a Yorkshire pudding?" I says, "Yeah, get on top of that meat quick before it floats away." Honestly, if somebody had walked in from outside and there'd been a draft come across my plate, the whole lot would have been in the air. Mrs. Metalman was stood behind us, just nudged us. So I thought, fair enough, I won't say an out. So anyway, I sat down, I ate my meal, and I wasn't very happy. We went back at Christmas, and it was a lot better. So whether they were sort of primed, we've got a right troublemaker coming in here, make sure he gets plenty of meat to stop him moaning on, I'm not sure. And I love Christmas, so I was in a really good mood, and I'd had a few as well. So as you can maybe see from these photos, I was feeling quite merry. Two different experiences. So this is going to be the decider, and that decider will be whether I come back to Toby Carvery in Darlington or not. But there is 158 Toby Carveries all over the UK, and every year they serve 21 million meals, as well as 38 million drinks. They also serve 500,000 turkeys and 500,000 beef joints. Anyway, let's go in, let's get our table. So we have the alcohol-free cider, because I've got the car with us. I come at 2:30. I thought it'd be nice and quiet. Unfortunately, it's absolutely rammed. But I suppose with an offer on like this, it was always going to be quite busy. fluid first before I start this. And fair play, it did look very, very nice. Nice young girl serving us, nice young girl sat us down as well. So, very friendly service, very efficient. At this taste, not as good as it looks. I think I'm going to be very, very happy. Well, I've got absolutely no complaints at all about that. Plenty of meat, nice and succulent as well. Vegetables cooked fine, no problem at all. Despite the fact that sat under heat lamps, they were still very, very tasty. And there was nothing at all on that plate I could criticise if I was being dead picky, and it would be dead picky. 2 roast potatoes I had were slightly hard. I like mine nice and soft. But I can't think of anything else, to be honest, and I would be just picking then, which would be totally unfair. That was fantastic, and for £6 you cannot be robbed. We've got starters, we've got the wraps, we've got tasters, we've got the famous Toby Carvery, we've got vegetarian, we've got vegan, we've got fish, and we've got puddings. I'm going to be back in a few weeks' time for that as well. The all-you-can-eat Toby breakfast. And I'll tell you something, if that breakfast is as good as the lunch I've just had there, I'm going to be very, very happy as well. Unlimited breakfast, $6.99, which again sounds a very, very good value for me. So I'm really looking forward to trying that out. Well, that was very, very enjoyable, I must admit. Kind of fault it. So for me, that is a fantastic value. $10.95 for a pint of cider, non-alcoholic, and a Toby Carvery. Absolutely amazing value, and so good, I will be back again very, very soon. So as I walked in, young lass come over, took us to my table, dead friendly. I told her I wanted a nice quiet table, so she put us over in a little corner by myself, which was really nice, because sometimes when you sat by yourself you feel a bit, especially when there's a lot of other people there, all in couples, 2s, 3s, you do feel a bit unsure. So that was really nice of her. Asked us if I'd been here before, got us a drink, and while I was waiting for my drink I had a good look at the table, spotlessly clean, cutlery spotlessly clean. So straight away I thought, I'm getting a good feeling this time about my visit to Toby Carvery. The young lass cutting the meat this time, so I had pork and turkey, and fair play, plenty of meat on, really nice Yorkshire pudding. Went down, got as much vegetables on as I want, gravy. They've got all the sauces there. I love mint sauce, I like cranberry sauce, I love apple sauce. So should I have one? Should I have? No, I'm going to have a lot. And I really enjoyed myself as well. Food was great. I know it sat there under hot lights, but they're constantly in replenishing it all the time. And it was all cooked very, very well. The vegetables, nice and firm, just the way I like them, not mushy. The roast potato, slightly on the hard side for me, but maybe that's just me. Lovely gravy. Mashed potato, nice and creamy, lovely. So I ate every single scrap and thoroughly enjoyed it as well. So this was the £6 Carvery. I must admit, before I came in, I thought that they were really going to scrimp on the meat, and there wouldn't be much choice of vegetable either. Totally wrong. It was just the normal, what you'd expect when you go into Toby Carvery. So for £6, I think that is absolutely fantastic value. I decided against the pudding, not because they didn't look very nice, and they were very reasonably priced as well. It's just that Mrs. Metalman's got a nice apple and blackberry crumble waiting for us for me tea tonight, so I thought I'd better not. But I will be back in a few weeks' time, and I'm going to try the unlimited breakfast there. A few people have asked us, why don't you do a full English breakfast review? The only problem I've got with that, I don't like beans, tomatoes or black pudding. So here I can pick out exactly what I do like, and I can have as much of it as I want. So I just got the normal sized plate for £6, but for another £1.99 you could have got the larger Carvery, which is basically a bigger plate. You get more meat, you get an additional Yorkshire pudding and a couple of sausages on as well, I think. So I didn't want to be too greedy, so I just stuck with the normal plate, and to be honest, that was fine. Will I come back to the Darlington Toby Carvery again? Yes, I will. I'll be back for the breakfast, and I will be back for another Carvery as well. We came last Christmas, as you saw before, and we both had a very, very good time. Hopefully, Mrs. Metalman's sense of taste will be back by then, so she can come with us and enjoy it as well. So marks out of 10. I'll tell you something, I'm going to be very, very strict here, and I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It was only that 2 roast potatoes were, for me, a little bit on the hard side. But I'll tell you something, for price, you can't be robbed. The service was great. The surroundings, very, very pleasant. Nice and relaxed atmosphere in there. There was a bit of music on, but it was in the background, thank goodness. But the girls in there that were serving on, fantastic. Nothing but praise for them. So I really enjoyed myself there. So strong 9.5 for Toby Carvery from me. If you enjoyed the video, really would appreciate big thumbs up. If you want to see more food reviews, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, a new one will be put up. Every Sunday at 2 o'clock, an outdoors video will be put up as well. So if you're interested in any of them things, click on that subscribe button. And one other thing I'll tell you before I go, it won't be too long before I'm back out again. Cheers.